Hello cat lovers and welcome back to our channel. Not sure how to best take care of your little fur baby? Parenting your cats can be tricky, and somewhere along this exciting journey, you must have wondered if you can sometimes hurt your cat without knowing. In this video, we talk about 7 common mistakes you need to avoid. Neglecting their dental health. Unlike humans, cats don't exactly get up in the morning and brush their teeth. For a long time, even most vets didn't think much about cleaning a cat's teeth. But here's a quick 411 on a cat's dental health. By the time cats turn 4, over 70% of cats have developed some form of dental disease. And since they can't exactly come up to you and whine about that toothache, these germs accumulate, leading to many illnesses. So if you too hate to see your kitty fall ill, make sure to regularly brush their teeth and keep that little kitty mouth stink and germ-free. Ignore their vomiting. When you see your cat wrench and throw up, it's usually a blob of their own hair called a hairball, and that's perfectly normal. Your cat vomiting occasionally is no reason to worry, but apart from that, barfing is not something to ignore. Now you must be wondering why your cat may be throwing up in the first place. Well, a number of factors are at play, so you may need to ask yourself a few questions. Have you changed your cat's diet recently? How often is your cat vomiting? And what does the vomit look like? Is your cat still eating? Is your cat showing other symptoms such as diarrhea or weight loss? The most dangerous of these is skipping meals. If your cat seems to be on hunger strike, it's time to rush to the vet. Knowing what your cat vomit looks like is very important, as different diseases can cause the vomit to have a more distinct appearance. Cats will vomit bile on an empty stomach. White foam in vomit indicates an inflammation of the stomach or small intestine. But if you see blood, you pretty much need to run to the vet because they might have a gastrointestinal ulcer. You know what they say, better safe than sorry. Using medicines meant for humans or dogs. When your cat is sick, it's common to feel the urge to treat them better by giving them some human medicine. Well, don't. Human medicines are quite strong and definitely not fit for a cat. Remember, even the smallest dose of the wrong meds can be fatal. And even with dogs, in case you were thinking doggo medicines will work for cats, you are wrong. For example, dog flea medications should never be shared with your cat because it can lead to an overdose or even death. Another common problem is that where one human medication may be appropriate for use in dogs, that does not mean it is safe for cats or other animals. Now you must be wondering, what exactly might happen if you give your cat your human medicine? Well, let's see. Tylenol can help relieve headaches and lower fevers in humans, but it can have severe side effects for your pet. Ingestion can cause anemia, liver toxicity, and kidney disease. One regular strength pill can cause toxicity in your cat within 3 hours of ingestion, and 2 pills can be deadly. Ibuprofen is another commonly available painkiller that most people keep in their cabinet. But remember, cats ingest ibuprofen differently to humans, and even a single tablet can lead to signs of toxicity. Side effects include vomiting, internal bleeding, kidney failure, and, in severe cases, seizures and coma. So yeah, make sure to keep your medicines well away from their little kitty paws. Declawing them. Now this one you need to really watch out for. Declawing means cutting off the last bone of each toe on a cat's paw, kinda like cutting off your finger at the last knuckle. The standard method of declawing is amputating with a scalpel or guillotine clipper. Now imagine if someone was to cut your nails off with a bone. Hurts, right? It's absolutely cruel. While cats tend to scratch their surroundings, it's only because they have an innate and uncontrollable urge to do so. If scratching bothers you, you can trim their nails from time to time, but you need to be super careful because it's easy to hurt your cat with one wrong move. If you're still not convinced, keep in mind that declawing can cause paw pain, back pain, infection, and tissue death. Removing claws changes the way a cat's feet meets the ground and can cause pain, just like wearing an uncomfortable pair of shoes. Improperly removed claws can also regrow, causing nerve damage and bone spurs. So this practice is something that you really need to take with a pinch of salt and a lot of caution. Not giving them enough water. Your cat needs about 3.5 to 4.5 ounces of water per 5 pounds of their body weight. For instance, if you have a 10-pound cat, they should be drinking between 7 to 9 ounces of water every day. So make sure your cat is getting enough water daily, especially if they eat a lot of dry food. Not sure how to tell if your cat is dehydrated? Well, some common signs are cats becoming more lazy, having low energy and sunken eyes, as well as panting a lot and maybe even dry gums. Skin tenting is another good way to help you figure out if your cat is dehydrated. Gently hold a small portion of your cat's skin around their shoulders, pull it up, and then let it go. If your cat is hydrated, the skin will snap back into place quickly. If the skin falls back down slowly, your cat could be dehydrated. If your cat's skin remains up in a tent position and does not fall back down, it can be a sign of severe dehydration. In cases like this, you should seek medical care for your cat right away. In the meantime, make sure your cat is drinking well. Some ways you can do this is giving them wet food, or putting ice cubes in their water dish, or maybe even add a small amount of chicken broth or tuna juice to their water for a little extra kick. Essential oils and diffusers. Essential oils and potpourri sure make your house smell better. But did you know that natural compounds in these fragrances can be very dangerous for your cat? Peppermint oil, citrus oil, including lemon oil, tea tree oil are some essential oils that are considered toxic for your cats, so make sure that you don't use them in your diffusers. The higher the concentration of essential oil, the greater the risk to your cat. If your cat ingests any oils accidentally, take her to the vet right away. Remember, cats can absorb oils that are directly in contact with their skin. Oils diffused in the air are inhaled, which can lead to a number of respiratory issues. They can also land on their fur, which your cat might then ingest when they're licking themselves. Some common signs of poisoning are drooling, vomiting, tremors, difficulty walking, and respiratory distress such as wheezing. If you notice your cat showing any of these signs, they need professional help and examination. In short, instead of diffusers, you can always try out other cat-friendly air fresheners that won't harm your little one. Toxic houseplants. You may see your cat munching on some grass to keep up with their need for fiber. But did you know some common houseplants can be toxic for your cat? As a pet parent, it's important to check whether an indoor plant is toxic before bringing it into your home. In minor cases, toxic plants can cause gastro upset or skin irritation. But in more serious cases, they can lead to organ failure, seizures, or even death. Now, that should be enough to scare you. There's actually a long list of poisonous plants that you should not have in your home if you have a cat. Although aloe vera is known for its health benefits for people, it contains saponins, a compound that is toxic to cats. The next one might shock you. Lilies. This indoor plant may be beautiful, but it's highly toxic, even life-threatening for a cat's kidney health. But if you really love lilies, opt for a white orchid, as these are not toxic to pets. They look great, and they're super easy to take care of. Next up, eucalyptus. Popular for its fragrant, soothing leaves, the pale green eucalyptus plant should be kept out of reach of cats. There are many more plants that are highly toxic to cats, so you need to be wary and make sure you do your homework. And there we have it, 7 mistakes you need to avoid if you want your cat to have a healthy, happy life. Make sure your cat has regular checkups at the vet to preemptively treat any major illnesses before they get too serious. If you like our videos at Fluffy Planet, don't forget to hit subscribe so you never miss out on more helpful cat content.